1.92 million people around the world have now been confirmed to have the new coronavirus, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. More than 119,500 have died so far, while nearly 450,000 have recovered. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization is due to release its latest strategic advice on tackling the outbreak with 6 criteria for lifting restrictions on people's movement. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. 2 more cases of COVID-19 confirmed in Nepal. A 65-year-old woman from Kailali and a 19-year-old man from Rohtak test positive for coronavirus. Risk of local transmission of coronavirus increases as people in quarantine are being sent home based on reports of rapid testing. Global death toll due to novel coronavirus exceeds 119,000. Infection rates in India also rising with almost 11,000 cases. And Tottenham Hotspur's backtracks from its decision to use the government's furlough scheme for some non-playing staff during the coronavirus crisis. 2 more cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in Nepal yesterday after a 65-year-old woman from Kailali and a 19-year-old man from Rohtak tested positive for coronavirus. 2 days after 3 Indian nationals tested positive, 2 more cases have been confirmed in the country, raising the number of cases to 14. Speaking at the regular press meet yesterday, spokesperson of the Health Ministry, Dr. Bikash Devkota, informed that the sample tested at the National Public Health Laboratory confirmed that a woman from Lamki Chuha municipality of Kailali district and a man from Rohtak district who were in quarantine have been infected with the virus. The infected woman went to Lamki from Birganj on 30th of March during the lockdown with the help of the local administration. The representatives of the local level had kept her in quarantine. She was allowed to go home as her report came out negative after being tested by a rapid test kit. However, her sample came out positive after PCR testing by the medical team deployed by the Health Ministry. The infected woman has been kept in isolation at the Sethi Provincial Hospital in Dhangari for further treatment. Earlier, 3 others were infected with the virus in the district itself. Meanwhile, the infected man is said to be from Motipur 5 of Ishnath municipality in Rohtak. He came to Nepal from India's capital, New Delhi, on 29th of March during the lockdown. He travelled by bus up to Motihari and then went home on foot before being sent to quarantine the next day. Out of the 30 passengers, 25 of them who travelled with him in the bus tested negative. The infected man was said to be working in a plastic factory. The local administration informed that he is being shifted to isolation in Birganj as Rohtak district does not have any isolation beds. According to the ministry, 5,691 samples have been tested using the PCR method, whereas 5,291 samples have been tested through the rapid test kits so far. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, in his message to the citizens on the occasion of the Nepalese New Year 2077 yesterday, said the government will intensify the testing of novel coronavirus in the country, stating that the current testing is not enough in containing the pandemic in the country. Admitting that there has been a lack of proper infrastructure in testing coronavirus, Prime Minister Oli reiterated that the government is working on extending the parameters of testing. Prime Minister Oli informed that only 152 tests per 1 million people have been carried out so far and added that the government is looking to intensify the testing to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Issuing a video message marking the Nepalese New Year 2077 yesterday, Prime Minister Oli said the government is focused in containing the global pandemic and will overcome this crisis with the support and cooperation from every sector. Prime Minister Oli, in his visual message, said the government will bring an economic relief package through its policy and programs and budget based on studies and recommendations to overcome the impact on the country's economy due to COVID-19. Premier Oli assured that the government would arrange the relief package to the needy and underprivileged people. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Oli announced that he would not be collecting his monthly salary until the pandemic is over. Premier Oli urged the public to follow the lockdown properly and re-ensured the security of frontline doctors, medical teams and security personnel. The meeting of the cabinet has been slated at 11 a.m. this morning. Based on the reports submitted by different government authorities, the meeting is scheduled to dwell on possible ways to make the current nationwide lockdown more effective. Coronavirus cases in India have also been rising, so the meeting would also mull over tightening the security provisions at the border transits. Welcome back. Local administrations have started sending home people who have been kept in quarantine after their reports of rapid testing came out negative for coronavirus. However, the risk of local transmission has increased after sending people home emptying the quarantine centers. A case in Kailali was recently found positive for coronavirus through PCR method despite the rapid testing showing a negative result. The government has considered the far western region as the epicenter and has intensified testing after 2 men who came to Kailali and Kantipur from India were found positive for coronavirus. Meanwhile, a medical team of the Nepal Army reached Marthadi of Bajura district yesterday to collect the samples to test COVID-19 infection. However, there was no one in quarantine as all the 35 individuals had already been sent back to their homes on 11th of April as per the direction of the Chief District Officer. As a result, the medical team of the Nepal Army failed to collect samples for PCR testing. There are many cases in which people in quarantine are being sent home based on the reports from rapid tests. The quarantine centers in Patsthar district were emptied after all the 129 people were sent back home based on the reports of rapid tests which showed negative results. The samples of 11 individuals have been sent for PCR testing, although they have already been sent home. According to the Health Ministry, 5,691 samples have been tested using the PCR method, whereas 5,291 samples have been tested through the rapid test kits so far. However, these kits only detect the antibody only after the 3rd day of the infection. According to medical experts, rapid test kits are suitable for testing but not suitable for medical use. There are 7,100 people in quarantine and 103 in isolation across the country. However, coordinator of the high-level committee to contain coronavirus, Ishwar Pokhrel, informed that there are 29,300 quarantine and 301 isolation beds in the country. The Ghantaghar clock tower, which stands at the heart of Kathmandu and tells time, has stopped working due to the effects of the lockdown.
The clock of the Ghantaghar clock tower, which is situated in the premises of Trichandra College near Ranipokri, has stopped working since 19th of March. The clock's hands have stopped at 11:41 as the clock has not been winded by maintenance person Ganesh Sapkota due to the ongoing lockdown. Earlier, Sapkota took leave as there was death in his family, but now he has not been able to come out of his house due to the lockdown. To keep the clock running, Sapkota has to wind the clock twice a week. The Ghantaghar was built by Rana Prime Minister Bir Shamsher 125 years ago and was rebuilt in 1934 after it was damaged by earthquake. The clock tower is not only a historical heritage, it is also an icon of Kathmandu. Sapkota has been maintaining the clock for 32 years now, and he is the only person who can repair the clock when it stops working.
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what should be done to stop irregularities in the distribution of relief materials? The options are option A, effective monitoring, option B, strict one-door system, and option C, supervision by the public. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and stay safe.